Wow, what a great ball game tonight. Padres take down the Orioles tonight by a score of 3-2. Thanks for joining me for this Padres postgame recap for May 14th. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Padres. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Orioles. And this game was exciting all the way to the very last pitch. Where do we begin? I guess we'll talk about how the Padres scored. Carlos Quentin hitting his 4th home run of the season off Chris Tillman. 1-0 Padres at the end of 2 innings. But the Orioles didn't wait long. They got back on the board against Andrew Cashner, the starter for the Padres, with a home run by their number 7 hitter, Flaherty. It was a fastball out over the plate. I think Cash actually provided most of the power for that home run on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball away. Line drive opposite field, 1-1, and at that point, it was deadlocked. Through the 4th, through the 5th, through the 6th, through the 7th. Both of these pitchers doing a great job. And quite frankly, I thought Andrew Cashner was going to outpitch Tillman because starting from the 4th inning on, Tillman had thrown 30 more pitches than Andrew Cashner. Tillman had not been very efficient. The Padres were doing a great job of fouling off a lot of pitches. Actually, going into the 6th inning, Tillman had 96 pitches. And Andrew Cashner had only 66 at that point because Cash was being very efficient. What was he doing so successfully tonight? Well, obviously using that 94, 95-mile-an-hour fastball to both sides of the plate. But even more importantly, and again, we've seen this over the last couple of outings, a great changeup. It seems like the more he throws it, the more starts he has, the more comfortable he gets with that changeup. He also threw some curveballs and sliders, don't get me wrong. He used the entire repertoire, but his ability to get early outs with that changeup, contact outs, soft contact outs early in the count, really helped keep his pitch count down. It was great to watch, and it's just you continue to see the maturing process of Andrew Cashner as a starting pitcher. So these guys were duking it out. And by the way, tip of the cap to Tillman because at 96 pitches in the 6th inning is when he got to be his best. 1, 2, 3 innings in the 6th and 7th to shut the Padres down. So it was deadlocked 1-1 going into the 8th. And that's when Andrew Cashner first gave a little bit of ground. His only walk of the ball game came in the 8th inning. After that, they put in a pinch runner. Casillas stole second base. Nick Hundley's throw was low. Jed Jerko couldn't pick it out. Ball goes into center field. All of a sudden, that guy's standing on third base. 2 outs. And Cashner's facing the number 9 hitter. Leaves an off-speed pitch up and out over the plate, basically a hanging hit-me off-speed pitch. Pierce did what he was supposed to do with it, hit it a little bit off the end, but got enough of it to put it into left field. Run scores. All of a sudden, the Orioles have a 2-1 lead at that point, heading into the 9th inning. And usually that is lights out. Why? Because their closer, Jimmy Johnson, has been absolutely outstanding. In fact, just a couple of days ago, he had his 35th consecutive save going back to last season for the Orioles. That set an organizational record. And in fact, if you go back to September of 2011, nobody in all of Major League Baseball has had more saves than Jim Johnson. He's had 72 since that time, more than anybody else by at least 15 saves. So he's been automatic. So you're thinking to yourself, Padres are in trouble, and they were. But they come out swinging. First pitch that Johnson throws to Yonder Alonso, base hit. Very next batter, Mark Kotsay, first pitch he throws, another fastball, base hit. 2 pitches, 2 base hits, runners on first and second at this point. You're thinking Padres have the rally going. Then Jed Jerko comes up, hits one of those sinkers, but grounds it right to the shortstop, 6-4-3 double play. Runner on third base, but the Padres are right down to their very last out. But it's never say die with this ball club, and Chris DeNorfia came through with a base hit up the middle. Run scores, tie ball game, first blown save for Johnson since last year. The Padres are staying alive, but it's not over because now they got a runner on first and 2 outs. Johnson hits Nick Hundley, puts runners on first and second. Go-ahead run is now at second base, and Everett Cabrera clutches up, comes up with a base hit on his own up the middle. Run scores, Padres take the lead. Nick Hundley's thrown out trying to advance to third base, but at that point, hey, the run is crossed. And the Padres now have to get 3 outs. Houston Street comes into the ballgame, retires the first 2 batters. But as we've seen in most of the season, nothing's easy with Houston. Not going to have a 1-2-3 inning. With 2 outs, walks a batter. Matt Wieters comes up to the plate. Houston gets ahead of him, gets 2 strikes on him, just misses with the 1-2 pitch. Now it's 2-2, makes a great pitch with his fastball in the outside corner. Wieters swings through it. Ball game. Padres hang on to win this one 3-2. And as I said, it was exciting from the first pitch to the last. Lots of twists and turns at the end especially. And just an exciting game and a well-played game. Padres beat a very, very good Baltimore Orioles ball club tonight. They'll go at it again tomorrow. Game time, it's early, 9:35 if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. It is at 9:35 a.m. San Diego time. Ted Light and myself will be bringing you the action. It'll be Jason Marquis going up against Freddie Garcia, yes, the same Freddie Garcia that was in spring training with the Padres. Of course, he was released by the Pods, hooked up with the Orioles. It had a nice outing in his last outing, so it'll be an interesting little grudge match going on in tomorrow's contest. I'm Bob Scanlan. Thanks for joining me. Hope that you'll join us for the broadcast tomorrow. Ted Light and myself on the Mighty 1090, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.